Let's now talk about everything that you should track from an India market standpoint. We have our research team here with the trade setup. Mangalam, Hormaz, Vivek are all here to take us through how things are really positioned and the stocks that we should watch for. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Vivek, the global handover, like we were mentioning, has been a little bit subdued, but our markets are happy to party on their own.
Well, you're absolutely right. Historic session yesterday. Well, even globally, markets have just taken a bit of a breather, especially, the US markets, 5 straight weeks of gains. Yesterday, just a certain amount of profit booking emerging over there. What's good news further is the fact that, crude oil prices continue to soften further on Monday. Another 0.5% downtick was what we witnessed in yesterday's trading session. But Indian markets, that's where the key story lies. Indian markets weightage as far as the MSCI Emerging Index is an all-time high. Along with that, Nifty Bank, Sensex, mid-cap, small-cap, all of them are trading at record highs. And today also, we'll have to continue to see whether this particular rally, even if we do see a gap down, whether there will be, buying emerging even at those levels. So what are the key events to watch out for today? Services PMI data, RBI policy meet outcome, that continues to be there on December 8th, and that's something markets to look forward to. Asian markets indicating, some softness today, and GIFT Nifty 2 indicating a very flat start to our own markets today.
Okay, we might see a bit of a flat start, just around 20 points higher is where we're at. Vivek, thanks a lot for that. Let's also talk about the stocks that you should watch. So Hormaz is here to run us through that entire list. Hi, Hormaz.
Morning, Pavitra, and I'll start off with Bank of India, where sources have told CNBC-TV18 that the lender is planning to issue a QIP between 3.5 to 4,000 crore rupees. The base issue size is likely to be of 2,500 crores and an option to upsize worth another 1,500 crore rupees. Honasa Consumers, where sources have again told CNBC-TV18 that Fireside Investments is likely to sell a 2% stake in the company in a deal that is likely to be valued at 234 crores and a price range of between 368 to 384 rupees a share. Now, DCB Bank, where the promoter, the Aga Khan Fund for Economic Development, has proposed to invest another $10 million in the bank by subscribing to more shares. The board meet for this will be on December the 8th to consider this proposal. And as of now, which is the September quarter, the promoter currently holds around 14% stake in the bank. Jupiter Wagons closed its QIP. It had planned on raising 500 crores, but it has raised 403 crores. The issue price is 315 rupees, which is a 5% discount to the floor price. And 5 funds have been allotted nearly half of the QIP issue, and those include Society Generale, Copthall Mauritius, and HSBC Large and Mid Cap Fund. JSW Infra, where its arm has decided to acquire a majority stake in PNP Maritime for 270 crore rupees. Now, PNP Maritime is a Shapoorji Pallonji Group company, so that will be a stock to watch out for. Max Life Insurance, where Analjeet Singh has resigned as the chairman of the company, and Axis Bank nominee, who is a non-executive director, currently Rajiv Anand, will be the new chairman of the company. And lastly, M&M Finance, where its November update, it has disclosed that its overall disbursements were up 16% year-on-year to around 5,300 crores. The collection efficiency is down to 94% from 96% last year, and the stage 3 and stage 2 assets continue to remain range-bound when compared to last year. Back to you.
All right, that is a lot of, stock-specific action to track as well. Hormaz, thanks for filling us in there. But let's also talk about how things are looking on the future side. So Mangalam is here with that. Mangalam, the flows look solid.
The flows are solid, and it was a historic day of trade as well. The flows have been solid from the FII standpoint for the last 8 days in a row. The good part is that after a record rally yesterday, the start is likely to be on the softer side, which means that gives an opportunity for bulls to enter, and those gaps are likely to be bought into immediately. Both from an institutional standpoint, there was a near $1 billion worth purchase. The FI has bought for 8th trading session, where they bought nearly $2 billion worth equity in just the last 8 trading sessions. In index futures, the Nifty Bank, which led the rally, saw some short covering, so the open interest was negative change, but the Nifty saw some long addition as well, and that's what we saw by the FII action in index futures as well. They bought nearly 2,000 odd crores, on which most of the money was attributed towards the Nifty, 1,400 crores. The Nifty Bank was just 500 crores, telling you there is still more room for the Nifty Bank to go higher and undo the earlier underperformance. The FI has bought around 22,000 long contracts in index futures. Shorts were just about 1,000, and as a result of which, when they started the series, they were 36% long. In just 2 sessions, the longs have inched higher to 44%. The option selling by the FIs also told you that the market structurally moved higher, and we are seeing bases move higher as well. 92,000 calls written, 5 lakh puts written. So, if you look at the action there, 20,500 put and 20,600 put have been extremely active, telling you that there is strong support seen between 20,500 and 20,600 itself. On the way up, however, 20,800 may be a bit of a hurdle, largely because the 20,700 call writers have been extremely active. And secondly, with the global market seeing a bit of a pause and the put-call ratio being at around 1.39, the street would keep an eye out on signs for overheatedness in the market, but nothing really to worry about. The Nifty Financial Services expiry is today, and 21,000 call has been extremely active. The index is at 20,862. In terms of stocks, Z has been underperforming, and it's entered the F&O band yesterday, so keep an eye out on that one. And we have seen a lot of short covering in ICICI, Canara Bank and SBI. The question is, post this short covering, do they turn into longs?
All right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues. That is the trade setup as we see it this morning. We do need to take a short break, but on the other side, Mizoram's Zoram People's Movement wins the majority in the state assembly elections by securing 27 out of the 40 seats. We'll bring you more on this when we come back.